Hey guys, welcome back to another awkward video. Today, in just one single video, I'm going to teach you how to play the flute. So this video is going to be for complete beginners and people who have never played the flute before. If you have already taken lessons before, or if you are an intermediate or advanced player, then this video is probably not for you. But you can still watch anyways. In this video, we're going to cover a range of topics, including setting up your instrument, how to make a sound out of the flute, how to hold your flute, learning your first few fingerings and notes on the flute, how to tongue, and lastly, how to clean your flute. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, you've just bought your new flute and now you're wondering, what the hell do I do? That's where I'm going to help you. Your flute, like mine, should come in a case just like this. So first off, your flute is split into 3 sections. We have the head joint, the body, and the foot joint. So to put your entire flute together, we'll have to put all these 3 pieces together. But we're not going to do that just yet. First, we're going to take just a head joint, and what you're going to do is we're going to try and make a sound. It's always easier to start off with the head joint first because it's easier to make a sound with just a head joint, and you don't have to worry about holding the entire flute. It just makes things a lot simpler. So what you want to do is you want to place your lower lip on the mouthpiece over here and then blow gently across. Then you want to take your right hand and block the end of the head joint. Don't be too frustrated if you can't get it out on the first few tries, because it's honestly really hard. It just takes a lot of trial and error and just testing it out to figure out what angle works the best for you, because everyone has a different embouchure or lip shape. The hardest part is usually in the very beginning. It's a really difficult instrument to make a sound out of, like say compared to the piano or the violin. So it's really normal to take a while to figure it out. Just remember to be really patient with yourself. A few tips that I could give you is not to blow too hard. I often see people blow too hard, so the air comes out kind of all everywhere and is not able to focus. It feels even lighter than blowing a candle out, so it's really, really gentle. And the second tip is to make sure to keep your bottom lip attached to the mouthpiece, because I also often see this, where the mouthpiece is not connected to your lips at all. You can take your forefinger and then place it under your bottom lip like this, and kind of do a little pout. Once you can get a clear sound out, then you do exactly the same thing, but then without your hand on the end of the head joint. Again, you might need a bit of time to get used to it, and I can't stress enough that you just have to be really, really patient with yourself. It's completely normal to take a few days or up to a week to get a sound out. So now you can get a nice clear sound out of the head joint, we can start playing around with it. So now that you've mastered the head joint, we can put the entire flute together. So first you're going to need your head joint, then you're going to pick up the body of your flute and hold it here on the top, and then connect the head joint to the body. And what you want is you want this hole here to align with the first key here. Now we're going to hold your flute here by the neck and connect it to your foot joint. This small key here on the foot joint should be lined up around the middle. So the head joint actually controls the tune of the flute, whether you're going to sound flat or sharp. As a rule of thumb, if you sound flat, you push in the head joint, and if you sound sharp, you pull out the head joint. It's really easy these days to tune through an app, but I do recommend doing it by ear because it's always better to train your ears. How much you pull out or push in is going to vary depending on the flute. Usually for the first few lessons, I wouldn't worry too much about tuning because it's not really relevant yet. So now we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did with the head joint, but on the entire flute this time. Just hold your flute up like this and don't worry about where your hands are going. So I'd suggest supporting it with one hand on the neck here and hold it up to a 90° angle from your head like this. Make sure you're standing tall and straight. So same tips here. You don't want to blow too hard, and you want to make sure that the mouthpiece is always staying connected to your lower lip. So now that you can do that, which is really awesome, we're going to position the hands in the right place. So first, the left hand, your forefinger is going to go on this key. And we skip this key and put your third finger or middle finger on this one. And then followed by fourth finger, and your pinky goes on this small key over here. And lastly, your thumb goes on this key on the side. Your flute should be resting on your joint over here, right here. Now we're going to take your right hand and we're going to take the forefinger and put it on this key here. And then your third finger on this key, followed by your fourth finger, and your pinky is on the small key on your foot joint. And then your thumb just goes under your forefinger to support it. Okay, now that you can hold the flute properly, we're going to learn the first note. So the first note is going to be G. So for G, the fingering is thumb, forefinger, third finger, fourth finger, and pinky on the right hand. Next note is A. Fingering for A is thumb, forefinger, third finger, and pinky on the right hand. And the next note is B. The fingering for B is thumb, forefinger, and right hand pinky. The next fingering is C. So C, you only need your forefinger on your left hand and pinky on the right hand. And the last note we're going to learn today is D. So D, you're going to need on your left hand, thumb, third finger, fourth finger, and on your right hand, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. Cool, so make sure you can play all of those notes clearly and keep practicing them. Once you get the hang of it, then you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb on your flute. There you go, so now you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb. We're just going to add on one last thing to tie it all together. So the way to learn how to add tongue onto your flute is actually quite easy. So start off without your flute first and just say t, t, t. You can even practice it like this. So you want to make a t sound while maintaining your flute embouchure. Then once you can do that, you add the flute back on and then try it with just one note. Now just go back to the song and then add on the tonguing. Now that you've finished playing, you want to put your flute back into its case. So the way to do that is to disassemble it. Just hold it by the barrel and then take the head joint out. And same with the foot joint. Your flute might come with the flute flag. I think this is what it's called, where you can just insert into the flute and clean, or it might come with a cloth like this as well. So with the cloth, you just want to insert a corner into this slit here. Kind of pull it through a little bit and then wrap the top up. Roll it up like this. Put it through the head joint and just give it a bit of a wipe. And then same with the body. Then you go down this way and pull it out the other way. And then same with the foot joint. Go down the right way and just pull it out. And then lastly, you have this polishing cloth that should come with your flute as well. And then you just wipe it clean. And the keys as well. So there you have it. That is my beginner's flute course for you. I hope you found it really useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a like and subscribe. And remember to turn on the notifications so you know whenever I post a new video. And that's it. See you next time. Bye.